the President of the United States.
It's interesting the way that President Joe Biden featured China in his speech. He said the U.S. is now in competition with China to win the 21st century. What kind of message do you think he's trying to send out to the world?
I think the clear message that sent out to the world is that the United States now officially recognize that China is the main competitor of the U.S., meaning that it raises the status of China equal to the U.S. I think this is the first time that any president of the United States has said something like this, which is quite different from before. I mean, before we know that, China was there, but still China is referred to as a third country, not the second country. But according to Joe Biden, it seems that now the world have two camps, whether it's a China camp or the U.S. camp.
President Joe Biden emphasized the same message that he spoke before, that geopolitics of the 21st century, China is the biggest challenge. It is the same message, isn't it?
Yes, it is the same message, but the status of the player is different. Okay, everybody knows that China is good in terms of economy, and the economy of China is rising. Nobody denied that. But the role of China as a major power, controlling half of the world and promoting the political systems that China believes that, look at democracy, look at America, democracy. They cannot do anything. They cannot even take care of the pandemic. And look at democracy. They have a hated country. They have a kind of racism in the country. So all bad things that can be shown to the communist world that democracy is not that great. And it seems that China tried to do that and have succeed in doing that, because now China have already succeed in controlling the coronavirus. And if you look at the economy, the Chinese economy now is already recovered, and the U.S. is becoming to recover after China. So in a way, it seems that China seems to be leading the U.S. in a certain way right now.
I think President Biden has made it clear that he will not allow China to overtake the U.S. So what kind of strategy do you foresee the U.S. will adopt to contain China in the next 4 years? And
it would be difficult. I can say it would be difficult, because as I said before, now domestic politics in the U.S. is very, very divided, and the policy of containing China should be the kind of bipartisan policy that either the Democrat or Republican becoming the administration should carry on with the same policy. But it seems to me that is not what it is right now. It seems to me that there's still a lot of barrier between the Democrat and Republican, even though in the domestic thing that reflects into the internet, into the foreign policy. And we cannot deny that President Donald Trump is not going anywhere. He's still around, and he's going to be very influential in terms of getting the Congress people that's something like that's behind him, to come in, and even in 4 years' time, we don't know that he himself will run again, because he's still entitled to run, or he will have somebody who have the same kind of thinking like him, be supported by him to come. So what is going to be the future of the free world if America is back right now and everybody welcome America is back, and then for the next 4 years America become like it was before in the Trump time?
For this region, President Joe Biden emphasized that he will have to maintain military presence in Indo-Pacific region. So what we are going to see the development of foreign policy in the U.S. in this region?
I think this is the one thing that we can say is a bipartisan policy, meaning that to maintain the U.S. military presence in the Indo-Pacific, which is regarded as a major interest of the U.S. And I think this will be continued, whether it will be Joe Biden or will be any other president. But the things that are changing right now is that I think Biden seems to make a decision clear right now that we cannot fight two wars at the same time. And it's been like this for a long time. So we need to get out of one war if we are going to be in another war. So I think Biden decided to come out of the Middle East from Afghanistan. I think this is one of the reasons, because he realizes that the challenge from China is going to be increasing, not decreasing, but increasing year after year. So therefore, the U.S. have to prepare full potential of military presence in that area. And that's why I think he's going to try to bring the military units from the Middle East into the Asia Pacific to make sure that the U.S. not just only say it, but the U.S. would like to maintain this area as an area that China can have full influence with. And this is supported by Australia, Japan, and major European countries, which see the same thing, that we cannot have China as, or we try to control the whole Asia as the China sphere. And this is something that I think it has to do with every country, every Asian country, even Southeast Asian country, and as well as Thailand, to look into the future, not yet in the near future, and to see how are we going to deal with this, because we have been able to escape the kind of competition between China and the US for a certain time. But in the future, it's going to be more difficult because we are going to be asked to take side more clearly. And that's going to be difficult for a leader of any Asian country to decide on that.